Welcome out, gamers and gamettes, to this RGL.GG Invite Highlander match, where we are in the last week of the regular season here in Season 16, watching Team Fun take on Somebody Help on CP Steel. I am Alto, joined by Zag to my side, Dolphin behind the camera. As always, Zag, how you doing tonight?
Doing just fantastic, and I'm ready to see this match that is probably going to be over as soon as it started. We do have Team Fun versus Somebody Help, 6-0 versus 4-2. On the standings, they look close. In theory, they're not going to be that close. That's just our perception coming into it. Somebody Help could end up surprising us. Steel is a map known for upsets, but it is a tall hurdle to go over here.
Yeah, and I mean, we're at the right end of the regular season. All four playoff teams have already been decided. The seeding is very likely locked in as well, so figured we'd give a little bit of a view at some teams that may be playing. And I believe, you know, if everything goes to expectation, these two teams will be playing each other next week as well.
Yeah, they would end up in Team Fun first seed, Somebody Help fourth seed, barring, any collapse on the side of Run It Back against MST. But, if it is the case that these two teams play again, this is a period for that. In a best of three, I'd argue there's less of a chance for Somebody Help. But, if they are able to take a round today and get ahead, they have a chance against Witness Gaming. So that's what they're aiming for tonight.
Exactly, and just to recap what's at stake here exactly, Team Fun and Witness Gaming have locked up the first and second seeds at this point. Somebody Help is sitting at 4-2 with 36 MP. Run It Back sitting at 31, 4-2 as well. But the difference is that Rib is playing MST, and one of the bottom teams, Somebody Help, is playing Team Fun, who I think dropped one round last week, and it's the only one they've dropped all season. Or did... No, Witness didn't even take a round off.
Yeah, I think they 4-0.
So take that back. Yeah, they did 4-0. So, Help with a 2-0 would jump Rib and, kind of unexpectedly get that third seed. If they win at all, I believe actually they get the third seed. They could lose and take a half, and then I think they would require Rib or MST, to drop a half. So depending on how the two matches turns out, it's possible but very unlikely that Somebody Help end up in the third seed. But at a minimum, they would need to either have MST beat Rib, which is quite unlikely, or beat Help, or beat Team Fun, which is probably equally unlikely. But haven't casted Team Fun too much this season. Help is going to be featuring, maybe not in next week's cast, but definitely some of the lower bracket ones, so get a little bit more of a look. And I mean, it's Chill Penguin Steel. You never know.
Anything can happen. And with that, we can run down the rosters real quick. On the side of Somebody Help is going to be Emily on Scout, Sunny on Soldier, American on Pyro, Country Toad on Devilman, Caboose on Heavy, Exa on Engineer, Fleeble on Medic, Mountain on Sniper, and Michaelele on Spy.
Yep, and over on the side of Team Fun, we will have Pablo on Scout, JJ Slim on Soldier, Figsy on Pyro, Joey Lemons on Demo, Triple, Heavy hyphen NG, Blake Medic, Lenny Sniper, AGB. Although, I do see Jacob in the server.
Yeah, it's unclear he's going to be playing if he is going to stay in here, because I do see JJ's in the server as well, so Jacob might just be filling on a class. Do we see anyone missing? I don't see Pablo in here.
He's there. Yeah, I don't know. Pablo I think is in. Could it be?
Is he DMDJ?
Triple? I think Pablo's DMDJ. Is Triple in? Triple doesn't look like he's in.
Ooh, if that's the case, then it's the Jacob Heavy for the victory lap.
Yeah, either the Jacob Heavy or I can see a world where JJ goes Heavy, Jacob plays Soldier.
Maybe that may be the second. That may be the second half swap that comes through, but we'll see on that one. In the meantime, I do want to plug the RGL merch real quick. We have team logo designs available for the rest of the season. You can get any of the teams in Invite, Highlander, or Sixes that shows to have their logo available. All the shirts, some of the proceeds do go towards helping the team, so take a look at those if you're interested. We also have the seasonal merch rotation. We got some really cool designs, from the cute animals to the maps and the psychedelic scattergun. So check those out if you want to purchase any of them. They will be up for some more time, when they get close to that expiration date. So yeah, all the proceeds do go towards helping out RGL and the team. So thank you. As update, yeah, Jacob's out of the server, so. Yeah,
here comes Triple. Okay, might have been missing for pregame, coming in for the match. So roster there should be pretty accurate. And I mean, let's be honest here. Team Fun's been bulldozing everyone this season. if somebody help are gonna take even halves tonight, I want to be looking at the pick classes primarily. I mean, Steel is known as an upset map, right? Because all it really takes is one defensive combo wipe, and you can pull a cap off. So, you know, if Michael Laley is able to get, you know, that chain stab on a med demo, you know, if Mountain's able to find a couple, you know, key kills at the right moments when they're on offense, they could pull out some fast times. But I mean, even then, defending against Team Fun not going to be the most enviable of tasks. So we'll look to see how it turns out. But I mean, fingers crossed we don't get a quick 2-0 here.
Yeah, on a serious note, I think if somebody help do at least show competency on the map where like they just don't get completely steamrolled, I think it actually bodes well for their playoff pick ban, because Steel's a map where like people won't pick it. They don't want to pick it and they don't want to ban it. It's the kind of map where like you leave up sometimes a wild card if you feel it's your best chance, but like it's no one's specialty in that, like, you know, it's gonna come in very first pick, you know, unless you're a team that's like hopefully overmatched. And at the same time, teams don't really like banning it because they often have a map that they like banning way more. So if help show that they can actually play well enough on the map, it becomes something that teams be aware of in the playoffs.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, best case, you know, even if they do get, you know, 2-0'd, if they're able to again look competent on it, maybe Fun leans towards banning that and it lets something else back up that maybe they've got a, you know, better shot on, you know. Never know. Always helps to just put up good performances against teams you're going to play in playoffs. And I mean, you know, even if you, again, maybe even if they don't ban Steel, at the very least you can say like, all right, well, look, we, you know, played them close, right? Which is more than a lot of teams this season.
Yeah, maybe Witness Gaming ends up taking Steel into their upper bracket matchup. Who knows? Anything can happen.
Yeah, and then I mean, you know, other teams are going to be looking, right? You take a half off Steel on them. You know, maybe doesn't mean anything when they play Team Fun next week, but assuming they lose the BO3, drop down into the lower bracket, you know, whoever loses the 2 versus 3 seed matchup might take a note of that, and you know, always good to put up your best fight. So I think, do we have teams starting soon? Yeah. So I'm not gonna ask you for a pred here, Zag. That doesn't feel fair. Who on somebody help is going to top frag their team?
That's actually interesting, because normally I'd say Emily any day of the week, but this is Steel. It's kind of like hard for Scout to get in on a lot of the tight corridor fights that are dominated by explosive classes and also heavies revved around corners. I'm gonna... Sunny's not typically like a max fragging player either. It's actually kind of hard. I don't know. I'll go with Country Toad. I feel like he can do some work here. Playing into Joey Lemons is not an easy task, but Steel just lends itself towards Demo Man play, and I feel like he's good enough that he can top frag his team on Steel. He's in form enough, so that's my bet.
I think they're letting Caboose off the leash.
Yeah, that heavy's always a wild card. We know Caboose likes being the wild card, but with that, we are going to get into game. Going to be somebody help starting out on the defense. Team Fun on offense. We'll see what they want to do. I do see a Battalion's backup right now on the back of Sunny.
Yeah, and I mean, always, I think, you know, you can argue on other maps. I think on Steel, especially starting on defense, always the better side to start on. Just having that timer of when you're on offense can just, you know, inform how much time you have left to, you know, decide what pushes you want to make. Always really useful there. So happy that they're starting on that side. You know, every little edge can count. We've got Caboose, Sunny, and Mountain all sitting up on the B cliff right now. Well, it looks like Sunny's going to drop down and see if he's going to jump back up or play. No, he's going to go right over to east side, I think. And, yeah, play a little bit closer. Micah cloaking up, getting in on A.
X is actually, he was just getting ammo. I was going to say, he center jumped into the high ground, but do that for the ammo box to finish building up his dispenser. So setup is going to be primarily on the B site. We do have a couple of players still in spawn. I believe Emily's waiting. Emily and Sunny are kind of waiting in the shutter. Looks like they want to see if they can cause any havoc here. There are crit sticks all over the point, which they're going to see. And here comes the bomb from Sunny. He does want to try to get something. We'll get the kill onto AGB at least. Pablo going to die to Emmy. So they are stalling the cap. You know, sacking your flank players is not a big deal here because they'll get their respawns up by the time the gate fully opens. So just stalling that ×2 player off the point, honestly, not a bad play.
Trying to get the tilt on AGB early.
That is true. Unknown tilters in the server. Where that A is going to get capped up as we see the offense here. They're taking early players into the main tunnel. Triple and Joey waiting. We'll see if they want to try and dislodge these players from the high ground. Joey going to eat a sticky trap and go down, though.
Yeah, checking over on the E side, looks like they're gonna bring a lot over here. Not Combo, but just about everyone else. Micah gonna get the call off, but caught out in lobby. That's a Pyro, Sniper, NG, Soldier, Scout, all running into E. Figsy Pyro already on the point right there. Country Toad fast rotate though.
Level 3 teleporter is in Lunchbox as well, so it looks like Team Fun want to make a lot of aggression and a lot of pressure in. With that, the combo's going to be pushing in from B side. Uber popped out on the front side. Counter comes out from Somebody Help. It's a solo onto Country Toad, so they're going to have a lot of time on this triple. Going to get a good flash to keep him alive for now. He's going to post up in the corner, and he's alive. Great movement from Triple there. He will get collapsed on in the end. Joey Lemon's going to walk out here. Emmy, 1 HP will burn out. Country Toad getting stabbed means this B site is fully open for business.
Yeah, they were able to shut down a lot of the E pressure, but it looks like it will likely cost them. AGB getting out on 1 health. That last shotgun chip shot not going to do enough damage. But, you know, very, very good, like, you know, distraction play on E right there. They sent so many people knowing that some of them might die. It's okay. You can respawn, get back in. And Micah will, with the 1v1 against Typhon, take down his buildings. They didn't find his telly, though. Ooh, that's true.
Yeah, Telly's still in the backline, could cause some havoc later. He will destroy it, though. Just doesn't want his team going to the wrong area. We know the CP steal struggle, but right now we will see Fawn funnel through the Wishbone here, trying to get some damage over the top. JJ will lose his life for that one, but they will end up forcing this defense back onto the C point. Somebody Help are going to manage to set up here in time. They have the level 2 built up in Heaven, and the bulk of their defense is set up with Uber. We will see now Help rotating the cliff side. Or Fun, rather.
Yep, they're going to use in Joey with the jump. A little delayed right there, as Fleeble does have Will pop out in exchange. They're going to catch Figsy on the end of that Uber. Blake hit up very low. Good surfer on the corner. But, oh, Country Toad popped up by the sticky Lenny on Cliff and Triple both waiting to take that frag for themselves. Looks like most of the defense getting forced off of C right now. Going to kite back through spawn like we try to get the lobby hold, but AGB lurking on D.
Yep, C capped up without too much issue here for Team Fun. They will get that one across the board. Fleeble has not died though, so Uber are going to be able to be charged up here. Setup in Heaven is fully underway. We also have the Sniper Mountain peeking into Wishbone here, so Help are posed for a decently long last hold. They haven't, they're out of position at all. They have their setup fully in order. Now they're going to try to take lobby control here, so we'll see what they can do to, you know, hold off the onslaught that is Team Fun as Bomb into Heaven coming out.
Yep, they are going to find Caboose and Micah, but the gun in Heaven still a live soldier up there as well. Likely not going to be too much doing until some of those Heaven contesting classes get back in there. Sunny wins the 1v1 against JJ as well as the Uber comes out. They're taking it into lobby. Fleeble only on 90. Way better building from Blake. It's going to make them back up out of lobby. But this is an ad now. They're walking back in.
Yeah, they want to come back in. Figsy eats a headshot, so no Pyro able to deny this. Mountain going to double up as well onto Hyphen, so a lot of players to be able to make an advantage here. Mountain will go down to AGB though, so no Sniper is up for the defense here. They are going to Uber in, try to retake lobby control of the Demo Man.
And he dropped in the Uber, so not a lot of chance of chasing Blake out. He's lurking in lobby for a very long time, baiting for Triple, who's going to try to come get kills. Pablo will be the only one going down though. The American picks him up, but I mean, successfully able to hold lobby through
Sapper. They get the Sapper on the gun with the jump. JJ gonna come in, kill Exa and that Sentry, so they do get some control here. But Heavy still in Heaven, not anymore. Caboose taken down by the sticky bombs, and now the point is gonna be stacked. Team Fun have control of the entire Eden room. We'll see what Help can do here. They're trying to get some spawners out, but you know, 17-second spawn timers are a lot to contend with.
The Mountain gonna get drilled in the spawn door. Triple going up right in there. Micah not able to get anything either, as AGB is going to get the counter espionage and the soldier pick. No one really up to even try to deny this. That's the super long steel spawns coming right back in. Emmy Fleeble trying to contest from lobby. Fleeble going to find a death right there. And 451 for Team Fun is solid, above average. I mean, yeah. Could have been worse.
I'm going to say what I've been thinking since like the B and C exchanges happened. That was the most like textbook steamroll of steel I think I've ever seen, where like it was one-sided. It was a full around the world, right? There was no like A to E cheese. They did the pressure, right? There was no like full commitments.
So not a full
Yeah, as close as you'd like, right? Getting D is optional, really, but that's as textbook as it comes in a one-sided affair, to the point where, like, if you are help, how do you even analyze what went wrong there?
Yeah, it's not like, oh, our med got stabbed on B and they, snowball
there's
off
no
of that.
glaring
It's like,
mistakes
It's
there.
like, well, we should hit all of our shots, dodge more, kill them more, and die less. Like,
yeah.
It feels like a kind of team game, which on the one hand is like, okay, well, at least we didn't get steamrolled type of logic. Like, we lost fights and we backed out as we should have, but we didn't make any glaring mistakes. But on the same side, as you said, they're going to need something really big to come up here. Be that some kind of, like, med pick, ideally, is what you're probably looking at. Because they need to get some kind of snowball going and get it started going early.
I wonder if Fleeble even died on that defense. I don't recall her ever dying.
Died right at the very end.
Maybe at the very end, yeah.
Got stabbed with like 5 seconds left.
At the very end. It basically didn't matter, but... Yeah, it will now be Team Fun. A 5-minute defense is an easy ask for them most of the time. We'll see if they can get it across. 5 stack coming onto the A point right now. They are going to get that cap, but I don't see an engineer here early, so that makes me kind of question what they're going to try and do if they want to just overload. Here comes the energy with the gun.
Staying on A.
Yeah, they're just going to try to force through lobby, which I kind of like. I'm not sure. We do have a spy spawn get. HB will get the Dead Ringer popped, and they are going to explode through to try and get up to Wishbone here. Country Toad going to get some sticks on that shutter. They're trying to escort Exa and the gun all the way around.
Oh, Country Toad gonna run into the entire team in Wishbone.
Yeah, they do get through though. Guns in heaven, and they're gonna have the telly building soon. So they have control here. Americans on it gonna be reflecting. Not anymore. It's a headshot from the forward spawn.
Hyphen has the gun up in Wishbone though. That's basically gonna stop any pressure there. Now what you need to do is you need the combo going B and pressuring from behind to get that gun.
Yeah, so let's see how that's going. We do see Country Toad has walked out alongside Fleeble. I like that, actually, because by committing your Demo Man, they're kind of assuming that you want to full commit there, because why else would Demo be there? They are going to force Uber out onto B. It's a better Uber coming in, force somebody help here. We'll see what kind of sticks Country Toad can get in behind. He does have a lot onto Figsy. Figsy going to stay alive for now, though, as Micah going to be the first casualty here. Banner coming out from the side of Team Fun. Headshot onto Fleeble. That's going to be a death, as they're going to have to back out with no heals.
They were able to get the gun out of Wishbone, and they still have this pressure onto the E door here. So they can start recapping this at any point. AGB's lurking in the DE corridor to be a nuisance, but no, Emmy's just gonna, show up on it, draw some people over, and come right back. JJ's gonna find Micah in Wishbone.
Yeah, and E pressure back on. X's setup is still complete up here. He has the gun, the telly, everything. They have the sniper as well in the window, so they have a lot of presence on E. The problem is being able to actually cap it up. We are going to see more B aggression coming in from the main combo force. They're going to get the kill onto Joey Lemons with that Demo Man down. It's going to be a lot easier to get out here onto B. AGB, he's lurking in the back lines. They will end up seeing him and taking him down. He will get Dead Ringer for now. Air Blast into the sky is the soldier, and here comes the Uber.
Yep, Fleeble backing up into spawn. Looks like she'll be able to make it. I mean, if she's able to make it out, that's really good for them. Able to get that Uber forced out. Still the only 2 minutes left. And while X has still got the setup on E, they're going to need to cap B to really make this work, I think.
Yeah, B cap is going back down, retreated to about 50%. More coming soon. This E set, I'm gonna talk about the E setup at halftime because I think this is really interesting what's happening here. But for the meantime, X's setup is still here. It's still technically holding space, but how useful is that space exactly? That's what they have to know. They are gonna Uber into B, so they are gonna end up getting this. The split attention from Team Fun is eventually gonna get taken advantage of.
Yep, and Mountain gonna find Blake in the spawn door, sitting up in heaven all that time. I mean, a minute and a half left is plenty of time to cap E.
Yeah, and
they have the
heaven.
gun. Yeah, AGB gonna live, jumping down towards not even hell, whatever's below that.
It'd be great if they had more on the cap. It's just the 2x from the scout right now. They are gonna get the pyro over onto that with that detonator jump, and X's setup in heaven could be a difference maker here. This is actually interesting at this juncture. We will see Micah
poked up. 10% Uber. They're not going to be able to rely on an Uber for this. They have no presence in E at all. JJ and Triple looking to push in.
Look at the lobby squad though. They're wrapping around backside of lobby. Sentry Gun gonna have to be Wrangler pointed at it. They will end up losing 2 players, American and Micah going down. No one able to sit on the point for now. Is Emmy gonna get healed back up, but here comes the Lunchbox squad. They're gonna come up from underneath.
Coming up from hell, finds people at 96. And honestly, if she gets that Uber off there, Triple dies, they kill him with that, walk into lobby, they honestly had something cooking there. But Blake gonna take out both the gun and the dispenser with the crossbow. Lenny sitting on an 8 streak, make that a 9. Blake is gonna hit 10 by the time this is done.
Yeah, pops Micah's Dead Ringer. Yeah, this is over, but that was really interesting for a second. Team Fun, I feels like they kind of got... They were keen to let the E setup exist, right? Because again, if it's holding space, but the space isn't useful, then what's the point, right? Why send players to go contest it? But the problem is, once B got capped up, all of a sudden that space is very useful.
Yeah, and I mean, again, if Fleet was able to get that over, like, this... we'd probably see a cap. I would say more likely than not they're able to take that half. So really valiant effort there. I mean, again,
I'm
like,
impressed.
yeah, that gun is... It's exactly what you said, right? Like, it's an investment. You're putting it there knowing that it's not really doing all that much because you don't actually need to be on E to deny the E cap. You know, you're putting it there for when the B cap comes through to already have it set up in heaven. And, you know, the amount of time it took them to get the B cap is kind of evidence that, you know, maybe they could have been more aggressive with it, but on the flip side, pays off because they almost get the cap. So, a good showing from somebody else.
Yeah, I really do like that idea behind the strategy, because if you are going to put all those players, we saw, even on whenever the Sunny Help flankers and Wishbone ended up dying, right? Sunny would come back, he'd sit in that staircase leading down to hell, and he'd just be ready to spam rockets. They had a sniper that X's full setup. It's an investment in the way where, like, you are committing to holding the space. You didn't see the help players pushing through the Wishbone trying to, you know, help their B attack from the back. They said, we're gonna split the defense's focus, and eventually we'll get what we want. It's a war of attrition in that help is forced to respond over and over again. And one mistake, right, like one demo man going down is enough to open up an avenue where help can use their 2 bases of attack and make pressure happen. So I really like the strategy.
Now, worth noting that when you do that, they had Mountain sitting up in heaven for the majority of that time as well, which is another big commitment. It ended up in him getting Blake in the spawn door, but it means you don't have a sniper helping you, you know, lock down space on B. And I think what really might have keyed that off is Hyphen lost his gun in Wishbone. Now, like I've been preaching this for years, it feels like. Every map review, every cast, if someone is trying to A to EU, and you have a gun up in Wishbone, that's it. The cap is over. They cannot even edge it. You know, there is nowhere to go. They are forced off the point. Hyphen lost his gun. I'm not sure if he died or just had to back away from it for metal and lost it to spam then. But if that gun stays up there, you know, if you have to think about it, that if somebody help are going to dedicate their NG and sniper and a lot of flank players to hovering around E area, if you just can keep your gun up there, maybe you have like 1 or 2 people orbiting your NG, you shouldn't need the gun on B. But losing that gun is what really opened that up, because now the combo is getting pulled because they have to cover both angles.
Yeah, it's such an interesting fight that happens in there, because we did see Mountain commit to the heaven angle where he just stands in there staring at the forward spawn gate. But he could just as easily rotate down in front of the defense's last spawn and just stare at Wishbone through that window, right? So the angles are intricate. What you have to do, like the gun when it sits there, it's pretty safe unless they're able to get a demo man close to spam it, or a soldier hits multiple rockets on it with like help. Maybe Enforcer has something to do with it, or the NG dies, right? But there's so many like different positions that come into play there, and help committing to like the full passive one, where saying, we're just gonna sit here and exist. We will poke at you. We will not commit to anything. I feel like that's just a unique approach that I have not seen be mainstream on Steel. I've seen the committed heaven setup before, but never just sitting there, right, threateningly.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
Yeah, it really does put the onus on the other team to play perfectly on the rotations over and over again.
Yeah, and I question if that gun never went down, if it would have been as close, because it meant that Fun would have been able to just put a lot more people on B. You wouldn't have had that pressure. You know, you don't need to worry about, like, having people in the E area with a gun there when you just have, you know, the NG and, like, maybe a soldier and a scout kind of orbiting on him to make sure he doesn't get stabbed. So, that said, Fun's going to go right back on offense, so we're going to have to see if they have any more tricks, any more... What would be in a bag of tricks, Zag?
Some, like a Rubik's Cube?
No, like, you know, do they have any more tricks in their bag of tricks? You know what I mean? But, like, something other than tricks. Any more plays? Any, I don't know.
I mean, if you are Team Fun, right, I feel like you're just going to do the same thing you just did on offense. I feel like your setup of just brute forcing them via pure skill difference and, you know, uber difference, is going to be good enough for around a 5-minute time no matter what. I feel like unless somebody help shows some insane like adaptation or like play that's able to just put a wall somewhere on steel, Fun are content with their offensive strategy. If it comes to the fact where Fun are now having to defend on a time where, you know, maybe they're not confident they can keep holding somebody help off, say something like Blake getting sniped in spawn happens, something like of that magnitude, I don't know. I feel like I really would just love to see another half exactly like that, but with like some of the variables change. Because like, what if that medic doesn't get sniped? What if that gun stays up, right? That strategy is something where I feel like I've not seen it enough to be able to like say for sure like this is how this should go. So I don't really know what needs to be done. I feel like you play another round if it's not broke, don't fix it. If you're Team Fun, basically.
Yeah, I feel like they may dedicate a few more people other than like just AGB to the lobby, right there. Because like if you're them, you know, you're not super concerned, but you're like, huh, probably shouldn't have been that close. So maybe not. I don't know. I might have like a soldier just sitting on the E spawn just to spam people in there, put up a little bit more resistance, not let Fun like get to play their entire strategy unchallenged.
Yeah. I mean, the big question here now that Fun is going to be on the defense during this half and Help are on offense, are they going to feel the need to start out with the same A to E strategy where they just put the pressure in, split the presence? Because I feel like that's a strategy that is kind of replicable. It's the same thing as when teams first realized that you should, you know, attack the defense through Wishbone while your offense is going through main. It kind of feels the same. Where like this strategy does look replicable. There are things in it that are forcing the defense to play perfectly. When they make a mistake, it can be capitalized consistently. So I feel like I want to see them do the same thing and it, you know, end in a B cap in relatively good time.
I mean, worth noting too that like they don't have to do it for a full E, right? They can use that pressure just to get B and then move into more traditional C. You know, C to E push. They just were forced to by the time.
So we'll see if that's what they get up to here as the gates have dropped on Help's second offense. I want to see what if the banner is going to be battalions again. Yep, battalions once again for JJ. So both teams just opting for this really strong defensive banner. They did end up getting to pop out onto B with it one time, which, you know, covered one of the rotations, but you can't have that every rotation. So eventually a mistake will come out. So Gate A going to get capped up. Gate's going to open up onto the lobby area. Here comes the engineer. I don't see a demo man with him this time. Instead it's going to be Mountain.
Yep, Sniper this time not going to wait for that telly to come up. They're just going to peek onto the gate.
AGB! Oh, they have their turtle beaches on.
Sniffed.
If it's AGB dead, not able to calm what's happening, but I feel like Fun do have a good idea. It looks like going to be a similar movement here where Sniper is going to go up into that heaven area. I see X's gun moving over to Wishbone, and they've already started 2Xing this. So now the response. What are Fun going to end up doing here?
Man, American's sitting on point for reflex spam. He's on Degreaser instead of stock, but not going to matter as he gets domed right off from Lenny, who went back into spawn. That air blast inefficiency not going to matter, but Exa gun back up where it had been. Still ×2. They're getting a decent amount of pressure on this.
Yeah, AGB wants to sap. AGB's going to go for a sap here with perhaps a bomb out. He's looking like he wants to go over and get...
Is that a crits?
Yeah.
No, he just dead 3.
Crit trap.
Okay, that was the trap setup during setup time. Gonna find 3.
Yeah, in the meantime, the sap on the gun has resulted in it going down. Peek from the Strutter with some rockets easily takes it out of the way. Exa stranded here without his sentry gun all alone. Will probably get jumped in a second here. But oh, look at JJ off the map. A rocket from Sunny's gonna put him in the dirt.
Yep, and that gives time Exa to rebuild.
Yeah, in the meantime, Uber exchanges happen on B. No players going down directly in the exchange, but Help do have some space here, and they have control of upper, so level 3 sentry gun is going to be big. Micah looking in the back, trying to get a sap, but the gun going to go down in the meantime. Figsy dead as well, and there's no pyro to reflect any of the spam. AGB playing some frontline spy as Lenny gets a key kill onto the heavy. Now Triple, he's going down. He's going to try and help his team. They're going to bomb over to Freeble, stuck in the health pack area, and they're going to end up dying. It is going to be a recontest from Team Fun, but Hyphen's dead too.
Yep, as is Triple, so those could be some kills they work off of there.
That was the Wishbone flank, look at this!
Mountain just standing here alone, finds 2 onto Lenny and JJ.
Hey, look at the engine flank, Exa flanker! He's gonna get
level 1 gun, gonna find
Figsy! Exa flanker.
You're really proud of that, aren't you?
Okay, hold on. That's what I was talking about. Where the strat is replicable in that, yes, they had the presence behind. Even though the sentry went down, they lost their sniper in the back lines. Just having that presence, having that teleporter, means that you can come back out and do the traditional flank onto the defense. You can make these plays happen. That's why I really like the setup from Help. It feels like it is something you can build around.
Now X is still getting a gun back up. That's level 2 in heaven. He had the telly there the entire time. It's going to get some really good damage into the spawn, but Lenny finds the SVS into the mountain. Micah going to go down next. American now just sitting on point.
Yeah, he's trying to get in the back, but he doesn't care. And he wound up going down. There's this angle that Joey's trying to spam stickies into, and they will put a heavy through this angle. They will get X's gun, so they decide they just want to brute force them out of heaven. They will end up losing Figsy as the soldier's still standing up here. Exa repositions his gun to lower, so we'll see if that ends up, coming into play later on. But Telly will go down. Sunny, all alone in this area, will die as well. So heaven is cleaned up. Now we'll see the response from somebody help. They will get a kill into Lenny. Micah finding a nice stab.
Combo must have wiped. People just respawned and is running out of everyone. I'm like, man, all this pressure. Triple's gonna find the.
Oh, Hyphen's dead and his gun gonna die as well. And he found a really good transition kill on that defensive NG.
Okay, that gun's not too much HP.
It's
Triple
just
though,
here.
Looking
It's just
below. Gonna find the boost, reveals his position. Likely gonna not go down.
Yeah, he gets the pack in, gets out. Great play from Triple.
He's just being a menace playing around hell here. We saw it last time too, where he got the kill on Fleeble at 96, just cycling that big pack. Sunny gonna eventually grow tired of his nonsense, take him out right there. But I mean, Micah up in heaven right here.
Yeah, he sees everything happening.
Low level gun, but Lenny gonna find Country Toad into that wishbone right there. No demo's gonna stall anything somebody help wants to do. But Micah finds Hyphen in his gun yet again, maintains heaven control, and that's gonna open up E.
Yeah, they're gonna get back. Yeah, they're gonna get back onto it with Sunny in this area, patrolling the lunchbox. Micah will get caught out by Pablo in the meantime. We do see Emmy and American have gone down in the C angle, so the combo does need some respawners. Fleeble's been sitting on 100% Uber. Help have just been trying to figure out what they actually want to do with this Uber charge. Toad's gonna die again, and now Uber coming in. It's gonna have to be an Uber to get Fleeble out of dodge. 1 HP pop. That one couldn't have been closer. As Emmy gets the kill to Pablo, but the space is being held by Team Fun, especially with Triple lurking out the window, but he's caught. Emmy, big 2K.
It's like there's so much going right for Help, and like they've got so much heaven control. They keep finding these guns, and then it's just like combo v combo. They are getting demolished. Country Toad is a respawn timer at this point. Micah has 17 points, and I feel like the majority of them come from destructions, which, fantastic. He's getting those. No big combo picks coming out, and the Help combo, or the Fun combo, excuse me, is just doing so much work here in this wishbone.
Mountain is scoped up on the defense forward spawn. He's gonna cleavered in the side and ran at by a scout, and he will get taken out. Pablo now in a 1v1 with Emmy, gonna end up losing that one. So ECAP being committed to right now, level 2 out here, but Banner coming in from JJ on Team Fun, gonna be able to displace these players. American and Sunny will end up going down. Heaven back in control of Team Fun, but it looks like that will be enough. The C rotation comes out from the combo of Help, and they're gonna get the C capture.
Needed to see that from a lot earlier. That's what I was talking about. Just despite all the E pressure, despite all the pressure that they've drawn, it was never enough to actually dislodge the red combo. So they were not able to get the C cap going. 3 minutes worth of just kind of going back and forth there. Eventually they do pull it off, and now they're gonna have to rotate to see how they're gonna really pressure E.
Yep, Fun have transitioned to a standard E defense. Good on them for getting everything set up. They have control of Heaven, as we will see. They're going to try and go through Death Hallway onto D. That sentry gun on E is too much pressure, and they will catch a good timing. It is a soldier going to be face-checking them, and Emmy going to go down before the Uber can get popped out here. And Country Toad juggled above the Uber line, can't quite get reflashed, and the timing there worked out for Team Fun. JJ finds that combo right before they exploded.
I don't know what happened to Fleeble there, but she got catapulted from like the doorway towards the red spawn door and just could not. Like Emmy dropped, Country Toad, she was just not in the same zip code. I don't even know what would have knocked her back that far at that angle, but unfortunate there. As it looks like they're going to make the long rotate back through spawn and try to push lobby now.
Yeah, Micah sitting on the dispenser right now. He does probably want to get this gun stop, but
already kind of sitting here, although really no one's in.
Sunny gonna get taken out by Pablo and Death. They're committing again to the Wishbone. They have the level 3 built up. They have their sniper posted. The lobby wrap has come out. It will be somebody help trying to go into D3 lobby. It's 65% Uber to Blake's 100. Lenny gonna go down in the SVS. In the meantime, Pablo dies to the gun, but too aggressive without Uber charge. Help gonna lose the majority of their combo
got the force though, just ran in and found Blake and got the Uber popped out, which is all you really need to do. Kleeble now backing out into A, 85%. Should be able to get spawned. They come right back in. Hyphen and AGB are both dead too.
Yeah, X's gun did go down. AGB died to take out that engineer and his setup, so it'll be, you know, a death well made. Now combo for Team Fun is back holding lobby, but at Uber Dissad, we will see Help gonna go in on this, gonna try and pick off this heavy all alone. Banner not gonna be able to save him. JJ on the back out, very low, will get taken down as well. Combo trying to move forward. Micah gonna get the majority of Hyphen setup taken down, and now we will see lobby control being held by Help.
Sunny and Blake finds the kill, coming right through U-turn right there. Sunny Micah gonna go down, but Joey and Figsy as well. A lot of the Team Fun combo is down for it feels like the first time this match, as we see Caboose moving on towards the E spawn, having to deal with Pablo as the E cap looks like it's just gonna come through.
Yeah, might as well close those forward shutters, make it as easy as possible here. Heaven cleared, in control of somebody help. Level 2 being built up by Exa on this bridge. It's looking good for their eventual E cap here. Fun will have one more attempt with their full team up. Going to be able to try to get in here, but Pablo already dead, so is JJ.
Yeah, really solid control right now. Looks like Wishbone will be the angle of attack. Joey going lower. Looks like he's coming up on 2 point. Uber's going to get forced out. Micah finds 2. Make that Lenny and Blake going down as well. It's a meat grinder down there. Kleeble's going to die, but I don't think it's going to matter.
Yeah, that's the cap up in 9-11. We will see that pretty long time coming up. I like the fundamentals.
Help. Call 911.
Yeah. I like the fundamentals from Help, right? It feels like they have a good idea of what needs to happen to win steal. I especially like their setup coming out of the round, but cleaner rotations need to be made, cleaner shot calls need to be made around the mid game where, you know, you're trying to transition.
Dying significantly less.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are him peeking a headshot. I'm pretty sure it was like headshot backstab back to back, which delayed their, you know, first Uber after B by 2 minutes. So
mission begins in 30 seconds.
Staying alive would obviously be better, but yeah. Now 9 minutes for Team Fun to get this capture. Betting against them is not wise. I'd bet that, you know, it ends up concluding here shortly, but again, I like what Somebody Help is trying to do. I think it shows promise for like their performance on this map, especially against maybe some of the other playoff teams.
Yeah, I mean, it's, again, as you said, it's very, like, some of the fundamentals are really good. It's just, they weren't able to ever get those picks that they really needed onto the combo, and just, like, maybe the better, you know, DM on Team Fun, just let them hold that C area for so long. And it was about, what, 3 minutes through B, which is fine.
Yeah, it's
the
fine.
real issue was then another 3 minutes to get C. You'd like to see that in a minute and a half.
Yep, is now A capped up by Team Fun. They have the level 3 over here from Hyphen. It's positioned near drop down. That's interesting. I wonder if he's gonna do anything funny with that. You're gonna see AGB gonna cloak through upper, call out if anything is staring at them, and nothing is there. It's just Micah, he's doing the thing. Will anyone try to make this jump?
He's on the E point trying to body block. He's got a video on that. It's his special move.
It doesn't look like they actually want to jump on this side, though, as the majority of the Fun Force are rotating around towards Heaven. Looks like they want to try to replicate the Somebody Help strat here. Damage being dealt.
Oh, he got his head
Oh my
stepped
god! He tried his best, but he did not succeed. As Uber popped out here from both teams on B, is going to be exchanging.
There he goes! No, oh my god! Thinks he gonna bump him into the air blast. Jumps one up too high. But yeah, Hyphen now aping X's strategy. They're gonna get the same setup going, and now it's on Somebody Help to, you know, react to it, see how they do against their own strat.
Yep, and the stack is coming through. They're not going to have the sentry gun either. The sentry gun has been committed forward here. It's only level 2, so they're going to have to contest through Wishbone. It looks good to start out. Mountain hits a good headshot onto Figsy. It's one of those classes that can jump over and start capping, so cap time going to be reverted for now as the defense is rotating back onto their primary B hold. Sentry gun being moved out into the open by Exa here. I think that's interesting. Trying to get a different angle of attack as E-Capture has gone back on for the side of Team Fun with the ×3. Make it ×4.
Yeah, and I mean, no gun either. We're going to see if battalions come out from Sunny, but he's alone right here. Figsy's on the point. Great headshot from Mountain. gonna go down, but Micah takes the revenge.
Oh, jump onto the sentry gun. Sunny, he gets a trade. That's hilarious. He just jumps to a level 3 and gets that soldier pick. So now the gun is dead. Telly's still up for now, though, so Help gonna commit their engineer here for now even more. Uber is back up for both teams, so we will see Team Fun walk up onto the B point, and no one is there to greet them, so they will be capping this one up.
They will find Fixie as well. This just feels so backwards, though. Sending the combo so often, just keep the gun on B. Could have done it vice versa. Look at these stickies at the bottom of Wishbone. Help is just going to be zoned off here. They just have to give up B entirely. Try to get the...
they're committing so many here to try and dislodge this upper setup. They actually have to do it completely. They have to get the soldier, they have to get this teleporter, and it will be Emmy jumping up, winning that fight, and clearing
Oh
out
no,
Evan.
hyphens and spawn. Emmy can't scattergun it down fast enough.
Just healing. They can get a sapper on it. Yeah, the minigun, bring in the heavy duty. And they will take it down.
Yeah, but they're gonna find that, and Micah's gonna find the stab onto Joey Lemons, which is good.
Yeah,
He'll
then he
stop them
pit,
from.
Which is funny.
Probably got air blasted by Fixie trying to back out Wishbone, but that's gonna stop the Fun combo from getting too aggressive up in Wishbone here as they wait for the spawner.
Yep, Lenny is posted up in Wishbone here. Actually gonna move the gun just in time out of dodge into heaven. So now, Sunny's not gonna get the memo. Sunny gonna end up going down. We do see JJ in lobby side. They're all trying to get the spam onto X's gun here, and it will not be able to survive the onslaught. It will go down. Rebuild attempt not gonna be successful either, as a full E stack gonna come out from Team Fun here.
If American gonna find the detonator kill, JJ jumping gonna take out American, but Caboose likely gonna have to trade him back out. And that's going to be Fixie, JJ both dead. The E pressure dealt with, but it's going to all let the Fun combo get in onto C.
Yeah,
that's
this is
those
the
kind of fast rotates you want to see.
Yeah, this is how you're supposed to play, where even if your E's bad, you still get the presence. And it is coming in, but Joey Lemons is stuffing this. Who can get out? They don't have a pyro to air blast. It's just like a cosmetic Uber at that point. You don't have the position. You can't actually Uber out of that tiny hallway.
I think that's fine. You just want to get the Uber out of the offense there, because if they don't have an Uber, they basically, it removes death as an option. You can get the rotate into lobby and you can be set up and just rebuild. Whereas if, you know, the offensive Uber I think is more valuable there.
Not anymore. Blake will get sniped by Mountain on the cross. So with that, now Uber advantage can go in favor of somebody help here. Bridges about to be completed on E. Air pipe onto JJ. Gonna end up taking him down. And with that, Heaven is still under control of somebody help for now. Lenny dead as well to a Micah backstab. I mean, they're looking good here on the Z-roll.
Yeah, I mean, they need to. There are 4.5 minutes left to go, and they basically only have D as, you know, the only maybe fail-safe option. Is Sunny gonna, I think he got knocked off, but just lands in the, what's the name for that little area all the way underneath?
I don't know, but I know exactly what you're talking about. But it will be a lobby crunch right now from the side of Team Fun, trying to push back this Pyro, and they will get back into D here. Sticky's raining in, will be responded to by Country Toad.
It's a big Uber ad.
Yeah. AGB goes down. It's the only casualty happening so far, as they are going to Uber in, try and get some kills here, but Pyro doing a great job denying. Fixie loses her life for a noble cause, and the unflash, Lenny hits a shot on the unflashed demo man, going to be able to get that kill back in their favor, and with these players all on 20-second spawn timers, Help looking to make their way in.
Yeah, and then even Americans just overextending, they're going to find the, wait, triple goes for death? He must have.
Yeah. That's going to about do it here. It's 20-second spawns. There's still 3:40 on the clock. E getting capped up. It will be a full E stack coming in shortly.
Emmy on the long flank, going around back through B, but there's a level 2 right there. Emmy's gonna...
Oh, they get hyphen. That's pretty fun. They can get the gun now, actually, but with only 7 players and no space on E, this is looking tough. Sunny gonna look and get the teleporter first. Gun gonna come just after. Emmy dead, though, to some stickies. They're trying to get out through lobby, but Ubered into. They're running into a brick wall right now. American Sunny gonna go down. 4x gonna be ending up things here. Micah, this guy's not fooling anyone. Air blast him. Okay, that's gonna be it.
Yeah, I was looking forward to seeing some loose cannons from hell, maybe, you know, rapidly clear the point, but not in the cards today. But, I mean, 2-0, what we expected.
Yeah.
I'll say hats off to somebody help, though, because at no point did it look like they were really getting ran over.
Yeah, they've had solid fundamentals. I was like, I very much enjoyed watching their gameplay. It wasn't like, you know, I was forced to sit here through a Team Fun role. I felt like Team Fun actually had competition thrown at them.
Yeah, where, like, everything went according... Like, a lot of the times when we watch Team Fun, it's like AGB just runs a train on, like, the back line. And, you know, like, the way that the game's supposed to play out in terms of, like, Uber exchanges and rotations doesn't actually happen, because it doesn't need to, because the team against Team Fun just got, obliterated. Whereas, no, all of that happened. Fun just won because they're the better team. But, the structure was there. If everyone on Help just, I don't know, hit the hell out of MGE over the next week, and then you told me that, everyone took a week off from work, and they just grinded, and you told me that they won next week, I'd believe you because of that.
Yeah, obviously there's more towards understanding the actual micro of the exchange that's happening, but I echo the sentiment where somebody hope it did not look like they were, outplayed in the macro at all. Obviously they showed some hiccups, especially when we saw them trying to move from B to C in the areas where your mid-game transition, where we had a direct example of Team Fun when they were on offense, they did the same thing and it worked out much better. But yeah, I feel like Somebody Help definitely were fundamentally sound, and honestly that makes me excited for their playoff matches.
Yeah, I mean, because not a lot of teams get to play structurally sound Highlander against Team Fun. So Somebody Help being one of them, I think, bodes well for them. I mean, do I think they're going to pull the upset next week? No.
No, yeah.
Do I think that, assuming that, in the 2 versus 3 matchup, which is going to be Witness versus Rib, assuming that Witness wins that, do I think that Help versus Rib is going to be exceedingly close, maybe even Help favored? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and that'll be something for Somebody Help to prove as well, because their opening match, they did end up losing to Rib, I believe, 9 match points to 0. Didn't get around.
Yeah, so it was 2-0 and upward, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so
Which, I mean, upward, first time back in rotation after, well, not first time back. Well, yeah, actually first time back, because last season was the first time it was never played. So it is the first time back. But, hadn't been played, in beginning of the season, too, it's hard to take a lot of that seriously. Especially because, I mean, I wasn't casting that week. How close were the halves?
That was a Roadrunners cast, wasn't it? Or was it a Help cast? Am I forgetting?
No, we did Rib Help. I'm almost positive. Well, I say we. I think it was you and...
Yeah, you're right. We did Help.
Godfather?
I'm going to be honest. I remember that actually now that you're bringing it up. Somebody Help did not really look fundamentally in it like they did here. It felt like they were very discoordinated, where, they have idea of how to play upward, but not at the same time moving as a unit, right? Where they were getting out DM'd at the time, sure, but it also felt like Run It Back were just able to play upward better. And it could be a map difference, it could be a thing where the improvement over the season has done wonders for Help in comparison to the other teams, but I definitely think if they can come back in playoffs, round 2 or lower bracket, wherever the matchup happens, and they're able to beat Run It Back for a 3rd place finish at minimum, I think that's a good season already.
Agreed. So with that, not sure if you've got any closing remarks, Zach?
No, we're on our way to playoffs. RGL Season 16 coming to its final point. We have all 4 playoff seeds, Team Fun in 1, Witness in 2. With this loss, we haven't seen the other result that matters here tonight.
Dolphin just posting them for us. Turns out Rib dropped a half to MST, meaning that at the end,
wait.
Yeah, Rib won.
Yeah,
Rib dropped a half to MST. 2-1 Rib over MST, which means that at the end of it, Rib is going to beat out Somebody Help by 1 match point.
Yep, so that's going to be Rib in 3rd seed, Somebody Help in 4th, meaning our matchups next week are Team Fun versus Help. We're getting the rematch in a best of 3, and Witness Gaming versus Rib, likely going to be casting the Witness Rib matchup there, so we don't cast the same match 2 times in a row. But, that Help definitely... I think for them going into this matchup, they're not hopeful, but at the same time, they probably feel like this is how things were going to be.
Yeah, I mean, they probably knew that if they didn't take a half this week, they'd be playing them again, so if I'm Help, I'm... I'm trying next week, but I'm focusing on 2 weeks from now when you likely play Rib in the lower brackets, because the seeds would believe that they're the underdog there, but they have every ability to win that match and guarantee themselves placement.
Definitely. And that's going to about do it for us here tonight. One more shout out to RGL merch. We have team logo shirts for Invite Sixes and Highlander teams. You can check these out. A percentage of the proceeds do go towards the teams themselves. So if you like any of the logos, want to support any of the teams, check those out. We also have the seasonal merch rotation still here for a bit more time. We will let you guys know when those are about to expire. Got some cute animals, the snake and the crab, the maps, the scattergun, bunch of really cool designs, so check them out. Again, all the proceeds do go towards helping out RGL function as a league, so thank you for your support, and hope you keep watching more TF2. We got some more action coming up next week, so you definitely won't want to miss the playoffs.